Mecole, you ready for us?
No, not at all.
Great. We're going to get started. We'll start with Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
Mecole, it seems like every time you are able to get your hands on the football, it leads to success. How have you been able to just stay patient and continue to go along with what is a very talented Chiefs offense?
Yeah, I understand my role, and I know what we got on this team. I know who's on the team, so I'm not really, trying to be impatient in any way, So just being patient. Whenever I get an opportunity, I'm gonna take advantage of it. And if it leads to touchdowns or big games, hey, I'm all for it. So I'm just playing my role, man, and doing what I can do to help the team win.
Let's go next to Adam Teicher. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Mecole. Wanted to ask you about the touchdown pass you caught the other day. When you went back and watched it on video, you could probably see Pat really couldn't step into the throw because of some pressure there. I mean, when you look at it that way, you surprised he could still get the ball to you 50 yards down the field or whatever it was? And also, did it take you a while to get used to the big arm that he's got?
Yeah. Answering your last question, it definitely took a minute to get used to the arm strength, because something you go that you're not used to is like, I don't think I got to keep running, but it's a different kind of league. He's a different kind of player, so it definitely took a minute. I think it took the training camp, and after that, I kind of got abreast of it, and then going back to the play. But yeah, I knew he could get it. He can get it to me for sure. Like, I mean, he got a big arm, going backwards, sideways, no matter. I think he can throw it 50 plus every time. So I knew I had a good idea that he could get it to me, but I didn't know he was under that much pressure, because I didn't even see the ball at first. And until I just sit in the air, I'm like, oh, he threw it. So I knew I had to go make the play. So yeah, I was very confident that he could get it to me wherever I'm at on the field.
Let's go next to Seren Petro. Go ahead, Seren.
Mecole, I'm curious what you've had a chance to see the Patriots now before. What makes them so special in their defensive backfield? What do they do differently in their coverages than everybody else?
I think they got a unique like defense. I think Belichick do a good job of putting guys in the right place for them to succeed, and they do something different that a lot of teams don't do. They're good at taking what you're good at away, and make you beat them other kind of ways, So I think they do a great job of that. But as a team, we just got to go in and take advantage of what they give us. Just take what they give us, and then go from there. And then whenever the big player presents itself, we got to capitalize on it, because they're not a team that really give up big plays like that. And the best way we can just keep nickel and diamond and nickel diamond them all the way down the field, I think we'll be just fine.
Let's go next to Nate Taylor. Go ahead, Nate.
Hey, Mecole, I'm interested, seeing Tyreek be a leader last year for you as a rookie. What has impressed you most so far this season when it comes to Tyreek Hill?
Just continued leadership that he have, man, and him continue to take on that role and embrace that role of being a leader and being that guy in the room, that number one receiver. And I think, for anybody that, the number one receiver and got that so much pressure on him, and the pressure that we put on him to make plays every game, I think he handled it very well. So just see him do that, it gives you a lot of motivation and, a lot of confidence in yourself also with him, because, when we need to play, that he can step up and do that. And, we got guys around him that can pick him up as well if he's not, doing what he's supposed to. But, we don't really worry about what he not gonna do. We just worry about when he gonna do it, So because he's a big play waiting to happen, and I think he do a great job of playing that role, like I said, that number one receiver and being a leader in the room.
Let's go next to Darren Smith. Go ahead, Darren.
Hey, Mecole, I know we talk about it often about playing mistake-free. That's one of the things that Coach Reid just mentioned on just how good and how smart Coach Belichick teams are. How important is it going to be for you all to minimize and try to eliminate any mistakes that you all, may have made, like, let's say, week 2 against the Chargers, and trying to win this game? And then also, you had 2 weeks in a row without playing with fans. What's it going to be like for you to be back at Arrowhead playing in front of fans again?
Yeah, going out first, we definitely got to minimize anything, turnovers, penalties, mental mistakes, mental errors. We gotta eliminate all those, and we can't play a perfect game, but try to play as close as perfect as we can, and that help us out in the long run, because this team that's coming in this week, they capitalize off turnover, they capitalize off mistakes, and they use that to their advantage, and we can't beat ourselves, going into this game. So yeah, definitely, but so going back to Arrowhead with some fans, it's going to be nice to hear some crowd noise and some energy in the stadium and of things like that. So it's going to be pretty fun. I think we're going to be enjoyed it, having fans yell and stream. So it's always good to try to get back to normal. It's not normal, but it's kind of like the new norm. So it's definitely going to be fun to have them in the stands.
Let's go next to Todd Lebo. Go ahead, Todd.
Hey, Mecole, one more thing on your touchdown pass that you caught on Monday night. I don't know if you saw the breakdown by Ryan Clark on ESPN where they were talking about this play was kind of specific for someone like Marcus Peters because he could maybe peak sometimes. Was that a good breakdown of that play, or was it not specific for some like Marcus Peters to maybe be trying to cheat a little bit?
We knew Marcus, he a good corner, and we know around that 15, 20-yard marker, he tends to look, but I feel like with any defense we play, if you send 10 across the middle, it kind of, you're going to get your attention, because he's so fast and what he can do, because what our offense set up to do. So, I think he's just seen 10 coming and just like, oh, well, I'd rather jump this route than, get over the top. But I mean, I think I did a good job of sealing it out, and I think he thought that I wasn't going deep. And once he seen 10 come across, I think that's what kind of like opened it up. And I think we did a good job of, drawing that play up for sure.
Let's go last to Seren Petro. Go ahead, Seren.
Mecole, is interesting hearing you talk about Tyreek Hill and his leadership skills and everything that he has. And I know, like, to lead in the locker room, right, you got to be able to play. You got to be able to ball, right? The worst guy on the team isn't going to be the guy to step up there and lead. But from a coaching standpoint, Andy Reid obviously, has, a lot of leadership skills. It's clear that you guys really respect what he does. And that was true before he won a Super Bowl. I'm curious how much of that is because of his play calling, how good he is, right? Like, he's not going to go out there and run 80 yards for a touchdown. But when you look over on the sideline, the big guy's got something that can really make you guys shine. How much is that what makes him the leader that he is?
Talking Coach Reid or
Coach Reid.
Coach Reid.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like you did example of like guys that can ball is the guys that, the leaders in the room, like Pat, Trav, Tyron and stuff like that. So I think that does translate over to the coaching side, because what Coach Reid does, man, I think is unique, man. He put players or, he used our skill set to best suit us. He don't try to make us do things that we're not comfortable doing. And his offensive mindset I think is top to none. And I think with a guy like that can make plays and make up a new play every single day and put it in the playbook, I think you can't have nothing but respect for a guy like that and who's been in the league many years and doing the same thing over and over. And I think he's such a player's coach. I think the respect just come with it. When he talk, you listen, So I think if you have that effect on players, I think he had it everywhere he been. Every past player that I've talked to always ask, how Coach Reid doing? And I think that speaks a lot, man. And I'm happy to be on the team with him. I'm happy that he's one of my first coaches, and I learned a lot from him, and he taught me a lot. So yeah, definitely he's a great leader, I think, on the field, and his play calling is definitely top of nine.
Mecole, we appreciate the time today, man. Thanks for joining us.
Sir.